So I'm back with another episode of Top 5 Mods, the weekly series all about mods and top 5s. So it's been 52 weeks since Fallout 4 was released. Today we celebrate the anniversary of this series. The only problem is that I couldn't find any confetti, so all I got is mods. But it's been a very good year with many good mods. My mod manager says I got a whopping 432 installed right now, which is quite a lot. Anyways, in Fallout 4 related news, the 1.8 update was released, finally allowing the PS4 users to access modding. I mean, they've only been waiting for about 52 weeks. But as they say, better late than never. Kind of like this episode. But let's get to the mods. So yeah, I managed to escape Maxwell's world after I nuked it from orbit, and I made my way back to Boston, but in case I need to fight more possessed bumper cars that want to eat me, I kinda want some backup. So at number 5 this week we've got Ellen, the Cartographer, which is a mod that adds in Ellen, who also happens to be a cartographer. But she's a fully voiced companion with over 1200 lines of dialogue. Now to find Ellen, you'll first have to go to Diamond City, and when you're there, this random resident will start talking to you, telling you that Ellen is somewhere in a dugout inn. He'll also tell you that he's leaving Diamond City forever, and then his head just suddenly explodes for no apparent reason. Anyways, you make your way into the dugout inn and you speak to Ellen. Now since she's a cartographer, she wants to make a map of the Commonwealth, and she's looking around for a travel buddy to help in his endeavor, and that's pretty much where you come in. So she's a fully fledged companion with a personality, affinity, random idle dialogue, a perk, and even a personal quest. And the voice actress is pretty good too.
Look for a tree near the riverbank. Well, no shit, cause there's tons of trees here in the Commonwealth, and several riverbanks too.
Now supposedly she's from New Vegas, you know, I used to be a delivery boy there a very long time ago. But anyways, Ellen cartographed her way all the way from west to east, making pit stops in the Hub, Zion, Salt Lake City, and even a Capital Wasteland. So impressed by her travels, I decided to have her join me, and I immediately asked her for all her thoughts, and then she sort of hurt my feelings.
Are things alright between us?
Well, you're okay. Nothing amazing, but, you know.
Man, that stung right there. To test out her combat abilities, I took her to hunt down some John Caleb Brappertons, one of my favorite hobbies. Now at first I thought she could handle herself, but then she got body slammed. Although then she body slammed the Brapperton, but then she got body slammed again. And then a Brapperton managed to sneak up on her. Although in the end she sort of got the swing of it. But when it was all done and over with, she gave me the 1,000-yard stare.
What are you thinking about? Your thoughts? What are you thinking about? Your thoughts?
See, I'm not sure whether or not I require her services. I mean, I already installed Apple Maps on my Pip-Boy, so I don't really need her paper maps. Anyway, speaking of finding places, I'm looking for a new house yet again. So last week I found apartment 161. Well, Preston's Secret Service found me and I woke up to a bit of a surprise. Oh, what a beautiful... Oh, sweet Jesus, not again. Now, I'm really starting to get tired of that happening to me. I keep coughing up bottle caps. I'm also really going to have to deal with this Preston problem sometime. See, I was once again looking around for a new house and I stumbled upon VTO-Vertical Takeoff Outpost. So to reach this thing, you'll have to go to Lexington once more. It's the floating shipping container right next to the Super Duper Mart. So take a look at this thing and decide to go inside. In there, you'll find some furniture and a control panel. You then try and start up the engine and the entire thing just breaks down. So then it's just a plain boring old non-flying shipping container. Luckily the toolbox on top of the parking garage will tell you that it's a good idea to look around for replacement parts nearby. So you make your way over to the Corvega assembly plant a bit southeast, and you'll find a dead guy with all the parts you need right next to the sewer entrance. So take the parts, and then when you look up you'll notice that his skin has suddenly turned black, which means he's already started turning. So you have to prevent that from happening. If you then make your way back and ask the toolbox very nicely, the shipping container will be fixed right up. You can then head on inside. Now this container is a bit dark on the inside, so you'll have to place a power pylon in the most convenient place possible and hook it up to the fuse box. And this will lighten the entire place right up. So you already got some furniture in there, a bed, a very comfy chair, some dirty water, and an advanced control panel that requires coolant. But if you're not satisfied, you can place down any piece of furniture that you want, if it fits in the shipping container. So I made this place my own by installing some strobe lights and some mirror balls. Definitely not advisable for those with epilepsy. But at this point I was ready to travel around with this thing. So select a destination from the terminal and then press the engine button. Then when you exit your party container, you'll be at that entered location. So you can now sleep in your very own comfy party container right next to Diamond City. Now I just kinda hope this thing is waterproof, otherwise my disco lights are definitely going to short circuit. But yeah, if your own personal flying container wasn't good enough, this thing also has some additional storage room in the lockers on the side. And you can also find a holotape which will allow you to have this thing travel to you remotely. So overall, it's a pretty cool little storage container home. It's like a poor man's vertibird, although it seemed to be a tiny bit sturdier than a vertibird. But yeah, since apartment 161, and yeah, the place is literally uninhabitable right now. I mean, there's just bottle caps sprinkled around everywhere. But since that place, my tastes have grown more refined. A simple shipping container just is not good enough for me anymore. I need something more luxurious. I need a penthouse. So at number 3, we've got the top floor Loft. So the penthouse is located at the Dartmouth Professional Building east of Diamond City. Walk to the bottom of the tower and take the right elevator. You'll then enter a room with a skeleton of a very committed window washer. If you continue upstairs, you've got a room off on the right with a jacuzzi. Unfortunately, there's some kind of magical force field around the thing, so you can't actually get into the water. The room off on the left has 2 American flags on which you can place your power armor, and the center door leads to the actual penthouse. So this is one big and beautifully decorated room. Off on the left, you've got a little pool which you can actually enter and also drink out of. Off on the right, you've got another bed facing out to a window with a beautiful view of the city. I mean, the city is kind of in ruins, but it's still a beautiful sight. You also get a bookshelf and some Corvega decorations and a little office space. But more importantly, this place also comes with a penthouse bar, something that every house just needs. And finally, there's a stylish living room with a couch, a TV, and a gigantic vault boy. This house also featured a full day and night cycle, and if you worry about the structural integrity of the windows, well, they're bulletproof. I'm also going to have to install new windows now. But if you've got a more refined taste and you're looking around for a medium-sized, not too over-the-top house, then this might be the penthouse for you. I just hope I don't wake up to any more nasty surprises than this one. Anyways, now we've got a travel companion, metal poisoning, a house, and an oversized tent. It's time to go get some new clothing. So at number 2, we've got the Forsaken Institute Assassin EVB-CBBE AWKCR-AE, which are a lot of letters. Now this mod adds in Institute Assassin outfits to the game. To get your hands on them, you'll first have to drink out of your unenterable jacuzzi, then head off to the Crater of Adam. Once you're there, take the teddy bear placed inside the tire, and then eliminate all the children of Adam that will try to murder you because you stole their thrown out teddy bear. Once they've been taken care of, you have to drink some wild Gatorade, and if you look up and look closely, you should see the armor set falling on top of you. So this mod adds in 3 Institute Assassin outfits, the first one being the Forsaken Assassin outfit, which has some tattered robes, a hood, and sleek blue goggles. You've also got the Black Assassin outfits for a more professional, leathery look, and finally the White Assassin outfit, for when you're trying to raid a milk factory. Now you can combine the masks, hoods, visors, gloves, and goggles from the different outfits to create your very own favorite flavor of assassin. Now supposedly these outfits were worn by a female Institute assassin that operated alongside Kellogg, and supposedly these outfits were worn by her throughout different stages of her life. There's an entire in-depth backstory on the mod page. The only thing is I can't actually read, and it was my one and only weakness. Well, that and bottle cap mines. But if you're interested in the lore, you can go read up on it. Now these are originally female-only outfits, but the mod author was nice enough to release a male variant as well. Overall, these outfits look very good. The tattered variant with the hood definitely looks the best. So if you're shopping around for a new outfit, then this might tickle your fancy. Well, we've got a new house, for like the 20th time. Some new clothes, but we're still missing something. Oh yeah, right, a gun. But what's better than one gun? Well, about 500 of them. So at number 1 this week, we've got modern firearms. So a long time ago, I already showed off this mod, but back then, it only had a few guns. Since then, they've added many more guns. Seriously, this mod has like a bajillion guns. You've got a Magpul Masada with a funky paint job, a big scope, and a bipod. But also the AR-15 family, the Accuracy International AS-50 50 caliber sniper rifle with a Comic Sans MS font on the side, the FNF 2000 with a 40mm underbarrel grenade launcher, the FNFAL LMG variant, the Chris Vector submachine gun, the M14 with a red dot on top, the M60 light but not so light machine gun, the Barrett M82A1 50 caliber sniper rifle, the Nice Armament M110 semi-automatic sniper system, the Arctic Warfare Magnum with both incorrect left and right-handed bull cycling animations, the DSR with even more incorrect bull cycling animations, the Heckler & Koch G36, the Heckler & Koch 416, the HK MP7 and the MP5, the HK UMP45, the FN249 Para with a double cylindrical magazine that's sort of blocks your view, then the FN Scar L, the FN Mini-Me, which is not so mini, the Seiko SG552, the Seiko TRG42, and finally the Walford WA2000, or as I like to call it, the WA2K. There might actually be more weapons, I'm really not sure. I mean, these are all the ones that I could find. Now these weapons also feature customization. Now you'll have to actually find the right attachment or buy it, because you can't craft an advanced multi-zoom night vision scope with backup red dot sight, backup iron sights, laser pointer, and can opener from 6 screws and a roll of duct tape, because the math authors found that to be a tiny bit unrealistic. I just think they're not competent enough with a roll of duct tape. But anyways, this mod definitely seems to be a tiny bit more about quantity than about quality. Some of the textures on these weapons aren't really all that great, but what's really lacking is the animation department. Especially with the recent releases of high quality weapons with beautiful looking working animations, the difference is noticeable. But if you want about 5 bajillion guns to play around with, then you might want to give this a spin. Or you could always use the polymer as firewood. It's really up to you. Well, that was it for the top 5, but as always, we've also got some bonus mods. So it's winter right now, which means that Christmas is very close, even though it's still November. But that should not ruin your Christmas spirit. So we got Christmas Radio, which adds in a brand spanking new radio station that allows you to play your favorite Christmas tunes, such as and who can forget about Rudolph the Red. And Christmas just wouldn't be the same without. But yeah, this mod allows you to blow people's heads off while listening to your favorite Christmas tunes. Well, that was it for this week's mod. Yet again, some very solid mods in there. Will I ever get the bottle cap splinters out of my body? And will I ever deal with Preston's abuse? And what will I do with my 5 million new weapons? Find out potentially next week, so until then. See, I know I was a tiny bit late with this episode. I got a very good excuse, which is that I was lazy and unmotivated. That's a really good excuse right there, isn't it? Anyways, this is probably going to be released on the 19th. So as I already mentioned, it's been more than a year actually at this point since I started this series. It has grown decently successful. You know, back then I was sort of unsure about the whole Fallout thing because I was just an Arma-based channel, so I decided to try out Fallout because I had been planning that for a long time, and I wasn't sure whether or not it was going to be successful, but it turned out to be pretty freaking successful. So, you know, I'm looking back, reflecting on a pretty successful year now. The sub count has grown quite a bit. We got some new people in here. It's all been pretty good actually, but anyways, the news actually which I was going to reach, it's the 19th right now probably. I mean, it's the 18th for me right here right now, but I'm assuming this will be released on the 19th, so it's actually my birthday right now. Can you believe that, man? Oof. I'm working overtime on my own birthday to bring you top quality Fallout content. But anyways, happy birthday to me. I really gotta throw these out. You know, they're still in my closet, or I gotta do something with them. Anyways, that was pretty much all I have to ramble on about, so, yeah. On to another year, potentially, and, until next time. But anyways, watch the video in the bottom left corner, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video. It's very important that you like the video. But, anyways, until next time.